Hey everyone, this is Clarinetgamer here, and I'm here with my next game review. As you can tell, yes, it is indeed going to be a different game. It's not going to be Crash Bandicoot this time around. It is going to be the first Sonic the Hedgehog game. Now, got a lot of things to talk about in this review. First of all, the plot. Now, basically, the plot of this game is basically Sonic has to rescue, well, different animals, and he's got to rescue animals trapped in robots by the notorious Dr. Robotnik, also known as Dr. Eggman, but I still prefer to call him as Dr. Robotnik because, well, I prefer it that way, but other people might prefer to call him Dr. Eggman, but Robotnik just sounds better to me. But whatever, I mean, the game's plot is basically like destroy, or well, not destroy Robotnik, but defeat Robotnik at the end of the game, and you get your ending, etc. It's sort of like the 2D platformer you would have for like Mario, except you're not rescuing a princess at the end. But if there were a princess in this game, what better way would it be for Sally Acorn? But I mean, unfortunately, Sally Acorn wasn't a video game character in the Sonic series, so and it would have been far too similar to Mario anyway. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the gameplay. Now, the gameplay, as you probably saw there, is like your typical 2D platformer. Basically, get to the end of the level, and you got rings to keep Sonic alive. And if you don't have any rings when Sonic takes a hit, he loses a life. So you have to collect as many rings as you can, and if you get 50 rings at the end of each stage, you go to this special stage right here, which is kind of like an acid trip in my opinion, depending on the background. If it keeps changing, then yes, it's like an acid trip, but like, you go to the special stage to basically collect Chaos Emeralds, and in this game there was only 6, so the 6 Chaos Emeralds didn't really do anything other than change the ending for Sonic 1. If you didn't have all the Chaos Emeralds, basically you would be taunted by Robotnik, basically saying, oh, you didn't collect all the Chaos Emeralds. Even if you got 5, you would still be carrying 1. You'd be like, well, what are you going to do with that measly emerald? But but he wouldn't be able to do anything with it anyway, because there'd be no purpose for it. It would just be 1 emerald. But after you've collected all of them, the ending changes slightly with Robotnik throwing a temper tantrum at the end. But I'm pretty sure all of you have played Sonic 1 before, and you probably know what the ending is and stuff like that. But talking about the individual levels, Green Hill Zone is like your typical beginner level for Sonic 1, getting you used to the gameplay's mechanics and its gameplay style. And it's a good starting level. I mean, it's got brilliant music. The music for Green Hill Zone is fantastic. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know the Green Hill Zone music, I mean, you'll hear it in this video. And at the end of each zone, you'll be able to face Dr. Robotnik himself in the different boss forms. Some of them which are really easy, some of them which are really annoying, like the Labyrinth Zone boss and the final zone. But apart from that, it's not really that annoying. I mean, the Labyrinth Zone and the final zone are the only ones which I think are pretty challenging. What else is there? Yeah, Marble Zone. Marble Zone is a bit harder than Green Hill Zone, and it can get boring pretty easily, especially if you're waiting on a platform, because this game's all about speed. I mean, when comparing Sonic to Mario, I mean, Sonic was all about speed, not like Mario. I mean, it's just Sonic was much better than Mario. I'm sorry to upset any people that are watching this review that are fans of Mario, but and don't get me wrong, I mean, I like Mario as well, but it's just Sonic I think was better because of, well, its speed, its graphics as well, I think. And as you can see right here, yes, this is the first boss battle with Eggman or Robotnik, when he basically just swings a ball at you. Very classic right there. But moving on to the next zone, the Spring Yard Zone. Very fun zone. I mean, it's got like a lot of springs to bounce about, and springs will help Sonic get to higher places to get more rings, lives, etc. And there's also item boxes in this game as well. You can collect 10 rings, get a higher speed, get a shield, or you can get invincibility as well. And moving on to the next zone that you have, as you can see, Marble Zone here, which is what I talked about. It can be a bit dull sometimes, like when you're waiting on platforms in Marble Zone, but Labyrinth Zone, where Sonic can't swim underwater, and it actually is quite slow. The gameplay is quite slow when you're underwater, which is I'm not really a big fan of it, but again though, I mean, it's underwater mechanics in Sonic, and the classic Sonic games for that matter. And also Sonic Generations if you count the classic Sonic levels. But the Starlight Zone, again, I mean, it's all about speed in that zone, and it should have been all about speed in all the zones, but again though, I'm gonna and on contrast to that point, I'll give them credit for actually giving them levels where you actually have to be patient and wait, because that's what platformer levels are really like. Because if it's just all about speed, then there's not really changing of the pace a bit. So that's what I'll give Sega credit for. And what else is I going to talk about? And the scrapyard zone, or sorry, not scrapyard, scrap brain zone. That's basically where all of Robotnik's bandits are all together and they all try to stop Sonic. And third after that is, well, pretty much like Labyrinth Zone, which again is very hard. Now in terms of like the gameplay mechanics for Sonic 1 are really good. Sonic 2 made it a whole lot better, and as you can see, Sonic did a normal jump there. That can sometimes happen in a glitch. But the gameplay mechanics are really good all in all, and the item boxes as well are a good addition to it. Sonic 2 made it a bit better, I think. The gameplay speed and mechanics and stuff were a bit better in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I'll probably be reviewing at some point after this. And the graphics for this game, well, the graphics are really good. I mean, well, this is the PS3 version, this being, well, you can see right here the gameplay footage. This isn't the actual Genesis version that's being shown right now. It's just basically the PS3 version on the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection compilation disc. The graphics are good, and the soundtrack, as I said before, brilliant soundtrack. One of my favourite video game soundtracks of all time, actually. The Sonic the Hedgehog soundtrack. It's really good. I mean, there's nothing really much else you can ask for a better soundtrack. So all in all, Sonic the Hedgehog, I mean, fun fact, it actually had Needle Mouse as its original name, but I'm glad they changed that to Sonic the Hedgehog, otherwise it wouldn't have been the global success as it is today. But all in all, my overall thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog, it's a fun game. I mean, if you really like your platforming games, then you'll like Sonic the Hedgehog, although well, some people might beg to differ. Well, some people might not like the Sonic games, which is fair enough. I mean, if they don't like it, it's not their personal taste. But it's a good platforming game. I reckon that if any of you have not played Sonic the Hedgehog before, which I just seriously doubt that in my mind, I'm pretty sure all of you have played it before and you've played the Sonic games. But if you haven't, then I would recommend giving this game a go. You can get it on the PlayStation Store for a cheap price, or you can get it on the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection disc, or you can get it from Xbox Live for a cheap price as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. I would probably give this game, overall rating, I'd probably give it 8 out of 10, which is really good. So I think that's pretty much it for this review, guys. So hopefully you all enjoyed it, and I'll be reviewing Sonic 2 at some point. Please be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, comment down below with your thoughts on Sonic 1, and also please subscribe for more reviews coming up in the near future. Until then, guys, this is Clarinetgamer here signing off. I hope you all enjoyed this this review of Sonic 1, and yeah, well, all to say is, I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog, I mean, it's my favourite series of all time. Well, video game series of all time alongside Crash Bandicoot. So until then, guys, I'll see you later, and goodbye.